Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's virtual lesson on teaching techniques. I'm Maritis Menzi, one of your instructor for this session. I hope you're all ready to dive into some exciting learning. In teaching, teachers need to have a technique for the classroom to have a good management. I will discuss about one of the techniques, which is the art of consequence. I will discuss about this one because in teaching technique involves using clear logical and meaningful consequences to guide behavior in learning. This approach is rooted in reinforcing a cause and effect understanding in students. The technique emphasizes the predictable relationship between actions and their outcomes, promoting accountability, critical thinking, and personal growth. Our objective is to identify the principles of effective in delivering the consequence. First is we will start on the principle of effective consequence. Number one is quick. The consequence comes as soon after the behavior as possible and lasts for as little time as possible before you get back to teaching. Delay in giving the consequence only allows recipients to forget what caused the problems. Because if your student do something or misbehave in your classroom, for example, if he insult or hurt another person, we should let the student ask for apology immediately so that he will know or realize that he done something wrong to his or her classmates. Number two is incremental. Catching behavior early and allocating smaller consequences and increments lets students learn from mistakes at manageable cost. Losing too much too soon can remove the incentive to try. So in incremental, we should give the student a consequence of what she or he have done. Because sometimes the student do not know that he is not misbehaving in the classroom. Next is consistent. This should be predictable given a student time of day or setting so they are about behaviors not people. Because consistency will also help students understand reliably when the limits are so they can self-monitor. So if they know that they misbehave and you act immediately, they can self-monitor also their self. Next is as private as possible. When the student misbehave, you can talk to her or him privately because there are students who are sensitive. They do not want to be embarrassed in front of other people. You can talk to him or her privately in a short period of time. Next is free emotion. Anger only focuses attention on the person giving the consequences versus the behavior causing it. So if you get angry to that person, your classroom or your class will be looking at you. They will be not be focusing on your lesson because they see you in the misbehaved person arguing. So in this, you can be giving the consequence by not getting angry. Next is the principle of delivering a consequence. Number one is tag the behavior. Tagging the behavior is an important way to help students internalize the connection between their choices, actions, and consequences. Identifying the non-productive behaviors very quickly and simply can be the first step toward helping students learn how to self-manage. Because tagging the behavior of your students, they get the opportunity to think for themselves and they are never told that they are wrong. So you can help the students to be self-management. Next is use a bounce back statement. In using bounce back statement routinely, you socialize students to process and face emotional duress, which is a life skill that will benefit them long after they leave your classroom. So if you use a bounce back statement, your student will realize first or he or she will not be he or she will not be hurt from what you have said. Instead, realize after leaving in your classroom. Next is maintain the pace. In maintaining the pace, it helps keep them on track and also communicate to students that there is a lot of important content to cover in class, so it's vital they arrive on time. So you should be strict sometimes so that they will come on time every day of your class. Next is get back on track. If you want them to get back on track with the lesson, resume instruction with warmth and energy. So we can give them brain breaks. After 30 minutes of your lesson, you can give them brain breaks like stretching and jumping jack for them to be energized or to listen to you again before getting back to lesson. There are rules in getting or applying the effective consequence. Number one is persistent in repetition. When students persistently engage in task behavior that they shouldn't, you should err on the side of consequence. Next is degree of disruptions. If a student behavior doesn't disrupt others' learning, then it's probably better to give a correction. In contrast, if the student behavior distracts others, give a consequence. So if the student misbehave in the class is disrupt, you should give the student a consequence. Next is motivation. If a student is clearly testing your expectations, give a consequence. Tolerating willful defiance corrodes your authority in the eyes of the student as well as the rest of the class. So, you should give a consequence to the misbehaved students. If each of your students misbehave, you should give them all consequences. Because if you do not give consequence to other student, your student will keep on misbehaving in your class. Next in, you could also give a correction and a consequence. If you do, it's better to give a correction before the consequence because it allows the students time to reflect. So if you give the consequence wrongly, you should correct immediately so that your students will reflect on what you have said. Those are the effective in delivering a consequences. I will give a question for you to assess if you understand what I have discussed. I will give the answer after each question. Number 1. What principle of effective consequence if the teacher will give immediately the consequence after the student misbehave? The answer is principle of effective consequence is quick. Next is in this principle the teacher will talk to the misbehaved student outside the classroom. The answer is as private as possible. Next is a principle in delivering consequence that describe what students should be doing as opposed to what they are not doing. The answer is maintain the pace. Next is, if you want that your students focus on your topic again after giving a consequence, you will do these delivering techniques. The answer is, get back on track. Next question, in this principle of effective consequence, you will tag your student's behavior for him or her to internalize the connection between their choices or actions. The answer is tag the behavior. So these are the principle of effective consequence. Number 1 is quick. Number 2, incremental. Number 3, consistent. Number 4, as private as possible. Number 5, free emotion. These 5, we can do this in our classroom. This is very effective to those who are misbehaving students. Next is principle of delivering a consequence. Number 1 is tag the behavior. Use a bounce back statement. Number 3, maintain the pace. Number 4, get back on track. So those are the principles of delivering a consequence. I hope you understand all the principles of art of consequence. Thank you for